All right, good evening, students. Myself Rahul Yadav, and I teach algebra in Mahesh Tutorials. Today, we are here for a revision lecture. We have already completed your algebra syllabus, and you have given your semi-prelim 1 and 2. Semi-prelim 1 was held in the month of December, and semi-prelim 2 was held in the month of January. Fine. We have already given two exams, that is 50-50%. Okay, and we are all set for prelims. But students, why have we written these prelims? What was the reason? Did we wrote this exam to impress our parents or to impress our teachers by scoring good marks? No, it was for preparation purpose, students. How well we are prepared for our exams, for our board exams. It was to learn from our mistakes. It was to make sure that our doubts are cleared. Okay? And more important is how much time we are taking to write the paper. Are we able to complete our exam paper well on time? So that was the whole purpose. We still have some time left for our board exams. We still have time for our prelim exams. So today we are here for revision lecture. So let's get started, students. Okay. Now, so your algebra revision lecture is divided into four parts. First is linear equations. We'll be doing it for next 2 days, today and the next day. Then for quadratic equation, again we'll be taking two lectures. For next 2 days, AP two lectures and probability one lecture. So basically in 7 lectures, that is in 7 days, we are going to complete your revision of algebra lecture. Fine. Let's get started. So this is your pre-work and classwork. Doing your pre-work is very important, students, because when you sit in the lecture, you should have some idea about the concept that we are going to teach so that it fits well in your mind. Okay, and these are your classwork questions that will be done by the teachers. Okay, so this is your just plan for next 7 days. Let's start with linear equations in two variable, students. Now, the most important thing of linear equations in two variable is standard form of a linear equations in two variable. Now, this question is many a times in asked in your board exams or even in your prelim exams. In fact, many schools also ask this question in MCQs, right? The what dash is the standard form of linear equations in two variable. Okay, so the answer is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, where a cannot be 0 and b cannot be 0. Now, many a times what students write is they write ax plus by is equals to c. This is what they write because this is also given in the option. Ax plus by is equals to 0. Now, this is not the correct answer, students. It's a wrong answer. This is the usual form. This is the form in which we solve the questions. But if the question comes of standard form, this is the correct answer, students. So please note this in your notebook. Very important. May be asked in your exams. All right, students. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, let's move ahead. Now, students, there are basically four methods of solving linear equations in two variable. First is elimination by equating the coefficient. Second is elimination by substitution method. Third is graphical method. And fourth is Cramer's rule. We all are aware about this. Elimination by equating the coefficient, sums are omitted, but students, ASA method is not omitted. So many a times students are coming to me and asking me, sir, can we solve the word problem questions by using elimination by equating the coefficient? My answer is yes. Yes, you can do because ASA method includes elimination by equating the coefficient method. Graphical method and Cramer's rule is also there. Substitution method we are not doing. Okay, chalo, let's start. Now, let us take first question. Now, students, practice set 1.1 ka question number 2 ka sub question 7, which is there in your syllabus. and in your RoboMate, it's module number 12. Now, students, very important, we have also written the module number. Please make it a point to note down the module number, because even after lecture, if you have small sort of doubt, you can just go through the RoboMate and clear your doubts. Fine, let us start. In fact, I will be taking your doubt in the live lecture right now also. Still, if we skip any doubt, you can go through the RoboMate. So first question, students. Question number first of the practice set, that is 99 plus 99x plus 101y is equals to 4499. We can name it as equation number 1. Second, 101x plus 99y is equals to 501. We can name it as equation number 2. Now, if you observe, students, if you observe first equation ka x ka coefficient and second equation ka y ka coefficient, it is same 99 99. That is diagonally the coefficients are same. Again, if you observe the coefficient of y in the first equation and coefficient of x in the second equation, it's 101. Again, diagonally the coefficients are same. So we can definitely go for ASA method. ASA method ke liye, there's only one condition, that diagonally their coefficient should be same. Only then and then you can apply ASA method, students. Fine. So in this case, we can definitely go for that method. So A stands for addition. So adding equation 1 and 2, let's do that. Addition is quite easy. So 99x plus 101x is 200x plus 101y plus 99y is 200y is equals to 499 plus 501 gives me 1000. Okay. Now the next question may come, sir, by which number we should divide? Because usually we divide, right? So the dividing part is quite easy. If you observe x and y ka coefficient is same over here. So whatever is the coefficient with the same number, you have to divide throughout. That's it. It's very simple. Dividing part is very simple. So dividing throughout by 200, let's do this step. 200x divided by 200, if you do, you will get x plus sign as it is. 200y divided by 200, you will get y is equals to 1000 divided by 200. So 200 ones are and 200 fives are. So this is your new equation. So you can name it as equation number 3. Please don't name it as equation number 1. This is what I have observed while checking the paper. Many students, they name it as equation number 1. Students, equation 1 is already there. Okay. So this has to be a new equation number. It is equation number 3. Next, AS. S stands for subtraction. So we'll subtract equation 1 from 2. Okay. So I want that x ka coefficient, the equation which we are taking on the above side should be greater as compared to the equation which we are going to write on the below side. Okay. So equation 1, subtracting equation 1 from, so whatever comes from ke pehle, that has to be written downward side, and whatever comes after from has to be written above the below equation. Fine. Let us subtract. Now while subtracting, the equation which is written in the below side, their sign will get changed. That is, we have to take their opposite sign. Very simple. So plus 99x will become minus 99x. Plus 101x will become minus 101x. And plus 499 will become minus 499, students. Now let us do the subtraction part. Quite easy. 101x minus 99x gives me 2x plus into minus. If you see over here, this is plus 99x and this is minus 101. Please consider this sign. So the sign has to be minus, right? And 99 minus 101 gives me minus 2y. 501 equals to 501 minus 499 gives me 2. Now again the question may arise, sir, do we have to divide further? Yes. By which number? The number is quite easy. It's the number which is the coefficient of x and y. And by default, it is going to be the same number, which is in this case 2. So we will divide throughout by 2 students now. So 2x divided by 2 gives me x. Minus sign will keep as it is. 2y divided by 2 gives me y. And 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. Name it a new number of equation, which is equation number 4. So AS. Next is A for addition. So again we can add equation number 3 and 4, the new equation that we got. Fine. So let's add equation number 3. Let's copy first third equation, then I'll copy fourth equation. Since we are adding, so it's quite easy. Plus y and minus y will get cancelled. X plus x is nothing but 2x is equals to 5 plus 1 is 6. Now we have 2x on left hand side. When you shift 2 from left to right, it will get divided. So x divided by 2. 2 ones are and 2 threes are 6. Right? So we got x ka value. Now I want y ka value. You have many options. You have 4 options. You can substitute x ka value in any of the equation which you like. But I would say go for simplest equation, the easiest equation. So for me, equation number 3 is quite easy. You can also substitute it in 4 also if you wish. So substituting x is equals to 3 in equation number 3. Let us see what we are getting. So first we'll copy the equation, third equation, and instead of x, we'll write 3. So let's do the shifting part. 3 from left hand side will go to right hand side. Will get subtracted. 5 minus 3 is nothing but 2. So y is equals to 2. Sum is not over yet. We have to write the final step, students. Solution of the simultaneous equation is x comma y in bracket, and always write x ka value first, which is 3, and y ka value second, which is 2, and write the final answer in a beautiful box, students. So this is how a perfect presentation of your sum should be. Okay. If anybody has any sort of doubt, you can ask me the queries. Otherwise, we'll move ahead. So ASA sum is quite easy, and this is there in your syllabus. So make sure before you go to the board exam or before writing the prelim exam, just brush it up your concept and go. All right, let's take one more example, students, of ASA only. Practice set 1.1. Second ka main question, second ka sub question 8. So given equations are there, we'll write them first. Equation number 1, which is the given equation. Let's name it equation number 1. Second, we'll rewrite it as equation number 2. Again, you have to check whether the diagonally their coefficients are same or not, students. So if you observe, first equation ka x ka coefficient and second equation ka y ka coefficient are same, diagonally we are getting 49. Next, we have to check for second coefficient. First equation ka y ka coefficient, second equation ka x ka coefficient, 57, 57. Again, diagonally the coefficients are same. Since diagonally the coefficients are same, we can go for ASA method. So let's add. So ASA, A stands for addition. Let's add equation 1 and 2, students. Add an equation, what you will get? 49x plus 57x is nothing but 106x. Then 57 minus sign, minus is plus, so we'll keep minus sign as it is, give the sign of greater number. That's why minus sign we have kept as it is. Then 57 and 49, how much you get? You again get 106y is equals to 172 plus 252 is nothing but 424. So next question is, should we divide it further? Should we reduce the equation? Yes, you have to, and it will happen always in ASA method, students. By which number we should divide? It's quite simple. It has to be the coefficient of x and y, which is same in this case. So 106 and 106, right? So it's simple. We have to divide by 106 only. Dividing through by 106. If we do 106x divided by 106, you'll get x minus as it is 106y divided by 106, you'll get again y. 424 divided by 106, students. Now 106 ka table you may not be knowing. In fact, even I don't know what's the table of 106. So how do we find out? So consider the last digit. 106 का last digit is 6. Now find out in 6 का table when 4 comes. In 6 का table when 4 comes in the last digit, students. So 6 4s are 24, right? So definitely 106 into 4 has to be 424. You can check in your rough work. Okay. So 106 into 4 gives you 424. So this is your equation number 3. Next, subtraction. You can subtract equation number 1 from 2. Now, how do we know which equation we have to subtract, students? Preferably go for the equation in which x ka coefficient is bigger as compared to the other equation. Okay? So I am subtracting 1 from 2. Why? Because in second equation 57 I have, which is a bigger number as compared to 49. Fine. So let's subtract this. So the equation which we have written below, that sign will be changed. So 49x will become minus 49x, minus 57x will become plus 57x, and plus 172 will become minus 172. Let's do the calculation. Quite simple. 57x minus 49x, how much we get, students? It's quite easy. It is 8x. 49y minus, it's not minus, huh? Many students, what they will do, they will take this sign as minus and they will do a mistake. So this is the crucial step, students. Always consider the sign that we have changed for below step. So it is 49y minus 49y plus 57y. It is plus 8y is equals to 252 minus 172 gives me 80. Again, the question may come, sir, do we have to divide further? Yes. By which number? It has to be the coefficient of x and y, which is 8 in this case. Dividing throughout by 8, your equation will be reduced. So 8x divided by 8, you get x, plus 8y divided by 8, you get y, is equals to 80 divided by 8. It is 10. 8 ones are 8 tens are. So this is my new equation. So I'll name it a new number, which is equation number 4. So A is done, S is done. Third is again A, right? ASA. So we will add equation. Which equation we have to add? We have to add the two new equations that we formed. It is third equation and fourth equation. Adding equation 3 and 4. Let's add this. So minus y and plus y definitely will get cancelled out. X plus x is nothing but 2x is equal to 4 plus n is 14. I want x ka value, so we'll shift 2 to right hand side. So 14 upon 2, 2 ones are and 2 sevens are. X is equals to 7 is your answer. X ka value. Now I want y ka value. So substitute there. Substitute in which equation? The easiest equation which you are finding. I am finding fourth equation very easy. I'll substitute in fourth equation. So let us write instead of x 7. Now let's do the shifting part. 7 from left, I'll shift to right. It will become minus. So 10 minus 7 is nothing but 3. So y ka value I got it as 3. So final step, what you have to write, students? Therefore, solution of the given simultaneous equation is bracket mein x comma y is equals to again a bracket 7 comma 3. Always remember, students, always you have to write x ka value first and then y ka value second. Okay, write it in a beautiful box and get out of marks. Okay, students, so I hope this is quite clear to everyone. This is module number 13 of your RoboMate. Let's move ahead, students. Graphical method. I would say this year, this method is quite crucial when it comes to 4-mark questions, students. Because this year, statistics is not there in your board exam. So there are very bright chances that examiner may test you of 4 marks in this question. Okay. Now, in graphical method, students, I'll tell you 5 important things that you have to be aware of. You have to be very much aware about these 5 points, students. So first is you have to make sure that you are writing x-axis and y-axis. Many I have checked papers of many students. In fact, I have been checking for last many years. Many good students, they don't write this. X dash, they don't write. Y dash, they don't write. You'll lose half mark if you don't write this. Origin, 0. Don't skip this part. This is also important. Scale. Many of these students, they write scale is equals to 1 centimeter. But what? 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit on both the axis. On both the axis. This whole statement is very important, students. And write it in a beautiful box again. Numbering is also important. On the right hand side, it's positive number. Left hand side, we have negative number. On the above side, we have positive number, and on below side, we have negative sign. Then question number. In the graph paper, you have to write question number, students. Though your calculation must be on your main question paper, but on your graph also you have to write. For example, question number 4, second question, you have to mention that. If you're not writing the question number, you may lose graph ka marks. You may get 0 marks. So this is very critical points. I want you all to note it down in your notebook, students. The 5 critical points of graphical method or graph, I would say. Fine. Let's take around 30 seconds of time and 40 seconds of time. Copy this fast. And then we'll start with graphical method sums. Okay. Fine. Let's move ahead, students. So next is graphical question, which may be asked in your activity based question. Now this is a bonus question, students, very easy. Okay, maybe asked for 1 mark. If you're lucky enough, it can be asked for 2 mark also. So activity based questions is usually asked for 2 marks. So let us see how to solve this. This is your module number 15 of RoboMate, practice set 1.2 ka main question first. So the question is x plus y is equals to 3, and we have to find certain values. Now they have given x ka value 3. We have to find y ka value. Now in this question, you don't even have to solve, students. You just have to use your common sense. Why? If you observe, see, this is nothing but x comma y, right? What is y? Y is 0. So by just looking at it, I can fill it at 0. I don't even have to solve. Next, in next question, they have not given the value. That means we have to solve. And they have given only one value, which is y ka value as 5. So you can solve it mentally if your mental maths is good. Otherwise, you can go for rough work as well. So let's do this calculation. X plus y is equals to 3. Instead of y, I wrote 5. 5 from left hand side will go to right hand side. It gets subtracted. 3 minus 5 is nothing but minus 2. So x ka value will be minus 2. So what is the answer? How we'll write? First x ka value and then y ka value. That is minus 2 comma 5. Write it in a bracket, students. That's very important. Okay. Next, see, in this case also we have to use a common sense. If you observe, again they have given x final answer x comma y, which is 0 comma 3. 3 is already written. We just have to write 0. That's it. As simple as that, and get 2 marks. Make sure you are making this table, students. I have observed many of the students are not making these boxes also. It's very important. Fine. Sure. So quite easy question. Let's move ahead. So next question is from practice set 1.2, main question 2 ka sub question 2. Module number 17 of your RoboMate. Please note down the module number, students, for your reference. Now, so this is an easy question. Graphical question, we have 2 types. First question is of wherein we don't have denominator, the equations we make, and second is wherein we will get in the denominator. So both the type of sums we will be studying today. X plus y is equals to 5. I have to make equation. I have to make an equation wherein one variable will be on the left hand side and another variable and number will be on the right hand side. Fine. So let's start. So the variable on the left hand side has to be positive. It has to be positive. Fine. So I'll shift x to the right hand side. If you want, you can make the equation as x is equals to something. That's your choice because both the variable are positive in this case. Now make the table and do the calculation now. Since I have taken x on my right hand side, that means I have to consider x ka value. I have to assume x ka value. So I'll assume x ka value is 0, 1, 2, and 3. Four values. Four values are more than enough. Don't go for 5, 6 values. Okay, it's enough. Four values. Let us start. Now, if you are taking x ka value as 0, you can do this mentally also if your mental maths is good. So 5 minus 0 is nothing but 5. So my y ka value is 5. And in the next box, you have to write 0, comma 5, x, comma y, right? So first always x ka value and then y ka value. Next, if you write, if you take y ka value as 1, so 5 minus 1 is 4. How you will write 1, comma 4. Next, if I take 2, so 5 minus 2 is 3, so it is 2, comma 3. If I take y ka value as 3, so 5 minus 3 is 2, so I can write the next value as 3, comma 2. So my first table is done, my first calculation part is done. It's not necessary that you show the calculation on your main page. It's a rough work. If you want, you can show it in the rough work. Otherwise, do it mentally also, not an issue. So next equation will take, again, as I told you, on left hand side, the variable has to be positive. Fine. Now, if you observe in this, x is a positive variable, y is a negative variable. So preferably, I will shift minus y to right. Okay. So x is equals to 3. When I shift minus y to right, it will become plus y. This is my equation. Now I have to find out the values. So let's make the box. And I have to assume y ka value because y is in the right hand side. Whichever variable is in the right hand side, you have to assume that value. So I'll say 0, 1, 2, and 3. Fine. Let's start. Now in this case, if you take y ka value as 0, what should be the answer? 3 plus 0 is 3. Easy. Okay. So x ka value is 3. So 3 comma 0. If I am taking y ka value as 1, so 3 plus 1 is 4. X ka value I am getting as 4. So next step may will write 4 comma 1. If I am taking y ka value as 2, so 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 comma 2 is my answer. Next, if I am taking y ka value as 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 comma 3. So your table part is done, calculation part is done. This you have to write in your main question paper. Then you can come to your graph paper. In the graph, first of all, you have to draw this axis, x-axis and y-axis. Fine. Numbering and all, I hope you all are very much aware. Now, let's plot the graph. So first is 0, comma 5. 0 is in the origin and 5 on the y-axis. If you want to take, see over here. So this is my first plotting. Then 1, comma 4. 1 on the x-axis and y-axis by 4. So this is in the first quadrant. Second 2, comma 3. So 2 is over here, 3 is over here. So we'll mark a point over there. Next is 3, comma 2. On the x-axis 3, y-axis 2. We'll mark a point. These are our points. With the help of pencil and scale, you can just draw a line. Now, very important students, you have to write the equation. That is the first equation. It is a given equation, not the equation that we made. Y is equals to 5 minus x. Don't write that. Given equation. Fine. Next, next we have to make second graph. So let's plot this 3 comma 0. So 3 on the x-axis, y-axis by 0. This is your first point. Next is 4 comma 1. So this is your next second point. Third point is 5 comma 2. So it's here. If you can observe my third point. Fourth point is 6 comma 3. If you can see 6 over here and 3 over here. So this is my fourth point. I have all my 4 points. With the help of pencil and scale, I can again draw a line. Most important point, students, you have to write the equation, given equation. Second equation you have to write. Let's write the equation also. and definitely both the lines are going to intersect somewhere, because if they are intersecting, then and then only we get unique solution. So it's this point. Note the point. What is the point, students? It's 4 comma 1, right? So this is your final answer. So point of intersection is 4 comma 1. Therefore, solution of the given equation is x comma y, which is equal to 4 comma 1, and write it in a beautiful box and get out of marks. Okay, so this is how you have to do your graphical question. Now this was an easy question because in this equation didn't have a denominator, students. If anybody has any sort of doubt, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll move ahead. All right, so let's take another question. See, we have written that answer sheet we have to write with pen, and graphical part you have to plot with pencil, students. Fine. Next, practice set 1.2, question number 2, sub question 5. This is the most critical question of a graph question, students. So everybody pay attention whatever I'm going to teach. For 4 marks, this may be asked in your board exams or preliminary exams. So this is your module number 21. Mark this as the most important module number, students. Okay, let's start. So first equation we'll write. Now, as I told you in the previous sum also, we have to make an equation, a variable. One variable is equals to some other variable, and number will be there on the right hand side. Okay, but the variable on the left hand side has to be a positive one. If you observe in this case, x is a positive one, whereas y is a negative variable. So I would preferably shift y to right hand side. So 3x I'll keep as it is equals to minus 4. I'll shift to right hand side. It will become plus 4y. Fine. Now 3 is getting multiplied on the left hand side. I want only variable on the left hand side. I don't want any sort of number or coefficient attached with it. So let shift 3 on the right hand side. So this is my equation which is formed. Let's start. Now let us do the calculation part. X, y, x comma y. Since y is on the right hand side, I have to assume y ka value. Okay, students? Very important calculation part. Please listen to it carefully now. Now, let us start with 0. With any sum, students, always start with 0 assumption wala part. If it works, good. If it doesn't work, I will show you the trick. Okay. So let's check for 0. Minus 7 will keep as it is, plus 4. Y ka value is 0 upon 3. Minus 7 as it is, plus 4 zeros are 0 upon 3. Minus 7 plus 0 is minus 7 upon 3. So basically we are getting a number, it is integer. We are getting numerator upon denominator. If you solve this, you will get minus 2.33. So plotting minus 2.33 is a difficult task. I don't want such values. I want straightforward numerator mein value. Okay? So how to solve this problem? So basically 0 is not the value that we have to assume. So go for next number, which is 1. Go for next number, which is 1. Let's assume and see what is happening. Minus 7 will keep as it is, again 4 as it is. Instead of y, will write 1 upon 3. Then 4 ones are 4. Minus 7 plus 4 will get minus 3. Minus 3 upon 3 is how much, students? Minus 3 upon 3 is minus 1. Now we are getting the answer. Plotting minus 1 is easy, right? We can plot minus 1, definitely, right? So my first value is 1. It's not 0 in this case. Okay, so in the next box we'll write minus 1 comma 1. Now the question may arise, how to find out the perfect value that we have to assume. For that, there's a logic, students. Whatever value you have assumed over here, in this case it's 1, right? So that value plus the denominator ka value. That value, in this case y ka value is 1 plus the denominator ka value, that is in this case it is 1 plus 3. So you have to take the value of 4 and definitely you'll get the answer. See, students, how. Okay, so instead of y, we'll write 4. So minus 7 as it is, 4 4s are 16 upon 3. Minus 7 plus 16 gives me 9, and 9 upon 3 gives me 3. So I'm getting the answer. Plotting 3 is easy, right? So we'll write 3. So in the next box we'll write 3 comma 4. Next, how to assume the next value now? Whatever value you have taken in the previous case for y. In this case it is 4 plus the denominator. Remember this, students, plus the denominator. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Let's do the calculation part. Minus 7 as it is, 4 as it is. Instead of y, I will take 7. So 4 sevens is 28 upon 3. Minus 7 plus 28 is nothing but 21. 21 upon 3 is 7. So I'm getting the value as 7. So in the next box, I will be writing 7 comma 7. Now, next value you will say, sir, we have to add whatever answer you got of y, right? Whatever assumption you took, right? That is 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3, if you take, the answer is 10. Now, assuming 10 as your value is a big value, and plotting 10, you may get extra value 12, 13, 14. So how you will do the plotting wala part? Fine. So in this case, what you have to do, if you want a smaller value, just go back to y ka first value that we have assumed. It is 1, right? You can also subtract with the denominator. You will also subtract with the denominator. So 1 minus 3, if you do, you will get minus 2. So this has to be the next value. Okay. So let's do the calculation part. Instead of y, I will write minus 2, minus 7 as it is. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. So minus 7 minus 8 is minus 15. Minus 15 by 3. So 3 ones are 3, minus 5 are. Got the answer. You got all the 5 values. Okay, students, this was the most critical part of your graphical question. Okay, let's take another equation, the next equation that they have given us. 5x minus 2y is equals to 0. Now, as I told, again, on the left hand side, I want a positive variable. So 5 is x is a positive variable. I'll keep it on left as it, and then we'll shift. So I will shift y. So 5x upon 2 is equals to y. That is y is equals to 5x by 2. Fine. Now we have to assume the values and make the table. Since x is on the right hand side, we have to assume extra value now. So let us assume x. Let's first start with 0. If it works, it's good. Okay. It will definitely work because 5 zeros are 0 and 0 upon 2 is 0 only. Okay. So in this case, you don't have to take much stress. Then next value you can take 4. Okay. So 4 and minus 2. Let us see the calculation part. So 5 by 5 into 0 is 0, and 0 upon 2 is 0, as I told you. Next, what you have to do, you just have to add the denominator the value uh, with the y ka value or x ka value. Sorry, in this case is x ka value. So 0 plus 2 is 2. So 5 2s are 10. 10 upon 2 is 5. So 2 comma 5. Then again, what you have to do, you have to add 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 we have taken. So 5 fours are 20. 20 upon 2 is 10. So 4 comma 10. Then if you add 4 plus 2, you'll get 6, but you may get answer on the higher end. I don't want a big answer. Or I don't want an answer like 12 or 14 or 24, something like that. If you want a smaller number, you can also subtract with the assumption wala variable. That was 0. So 0 minus 2 also you can do. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Let's do the calculation. 5 into minus 2 is minus 10. So you can also do the calculation like this. 2 ones are 2 minus 1s are 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. So this is your table. Once your table wala part is done, students, you can just do the plotting of your graph. Now let's do the plotting. I think you can do the plotting on your own, students. So I'll give you around 3 minutes of time. So let's take 3 to 4 minutes of time and do the plotting on your own, and also write this table. This is a very critical table, students. Please write this in your notebook, and then we'll move ahead. Okay, I hope all of you have completed your plotting. So this is how your graph will look like, and it will intersect at 1 and 2.5. So this is your final answer. 1 comma 2.5 is the solution. Fine. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. Next question, solve the following. Now again, in this, what you have to do, you have to get the equation. Now in the previous sum, how we did, we have to get a variable on the left hand side and the next variable on the right hand side. Variable on the left hand side has to be a positive one. So in this case I have taken x, so this is my equation. Now how do we assume the value? That's the question, right? So what you have to do is, first always start with 0. First always start with 0, students, and let's check whether we are getting the answer or not. Okay, so if you start with 0, so this is the calculation, 4 plus 0 upon 2. So you are getting the answer, right? If you're getting the answer with 0, it's well and good. It's the best thing. Fine. So in this case, you got x value as 2. In the next step, you will write 2 comma 0. Now, what should be the next value? Whatever value you have assumed plus the denominator. So assumed value plus the denominator of our equation. 0 plus 2 is 2. Do the calculation. 4 plus 3 into 2 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 upon 2 is 5. So you'll get the answer is 5. Next step, you'll write 5 comma. Next value, what you will be taking? Assumed value, whatever was the latest assumed value. It was 2 plus the denominator. 2 plus 2 is 4. So let's do this calculation. 4 plus 3 into 3 4s are 12. So we'll get 16 by 2, which is nothing but 8. So we'll write 8 by 8 comma 4. Now next value, if I am going to take 4 plus 2 is 6, right? And 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6, if I am going to take, I'll get a huge number. You can just try it out. 6 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. 22 upon 2 is 11. So 11 is a huge number. I don't want such huge number. So you can subtract also. The first assumed value, which was 0, you can also do the subtraction with denominator. So 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Let's do the calculation. So 4 plus 3 into minus 2. 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. Minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. So this is the answer. First table. First calculation is done. We'll go ahead with the second equation. Now, always try to make an equation if you can avoid the denominator part, students. In this equation, if you see, students, I have 3y minus x. X doesn't have a coefficient. So what I will do is, I will make x is equal to something. Because if I make x is equal to something, I will not get the denominator. Even if I am not getting the denominator, my calculation part is reduced. Okay. Let's start. You can go for that also. You can also make an equation like y is equal to something, but in that case you'll get the denominator and your calculation will be increased, though you'll get the correct answer. Fine. Let's start. So this is my equation. Now x is equal to 3y minus 4. So in this case, I just have to assume the value straightforward, 0 1 and 2, 1 2 and 3. So my calculation is quite simple now. First value is 0. So if I take y ka value as 0, so 3 zeros are 0. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. So we'll write minus 4 comma 0, my first x comma y ka value. Second, if I am taking y as 1, so let's see, 3 ones are 3, 3 minus 4 is minus 1, so your answer is minus 1, so you'll write minus 1 comma 1. Next, if you are taking 2 y ka value, so 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, I am getting 2 times, so in the next step you'll write 2 comma 2. Next, 3, if we are taking y ka value, so 3 3s are 9, 9 minus 4 is 5, 5 minus 5 comma 3 is your next table. So this is the calculation part. This is done, students. Next is the plotting wala part, which is quite easy. Okay, so first is 2 comma 0, 2 on the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis. So this is my first point. Second is 5 comma 2, 5 on the x-axis, 2 on the y-axis. Second point. Third, 8 comma 4, you can see this is my third point. And fourth is minus 1 comma minus 2, which is on the third quadrant. You can draw a line with the help of a scale and a pencil, and also write the equation. Very important. First equation. Second wala plotting, if you see, it's minus 4 comma 0, it's over here, my first point. Second is minus 1 comma 1, it's over here. Then 2 comma 2 in the first quadrant, and 5 comma 3 again in the first quadrant. These are the 4 points we are getting, students. With the help of pencil and scale, just draw a line and observe the intersect wala part. So it's getting intersected over here, 8 comma 4, right? So the final answer is 8 comma 4, and write it in a beautiful box. Get out of marks. So students, many of the students are asking me a question that how much time ideally we should take for graphical question. I would say practice, and while practicing you can have a watch or a clock with you, and check your timing whether you are able to solve this in within 7 or 8 minutes. It's the maximum time. So 3 minutes you can take for calculation, and 5 minutes max to max you can take for graphical thing. Fine. So 8 minutes, and then with practice you will be able to do it in 6 or 7 minutes also. Okay. So next is determinant, which is nothing but your Kramer's rule. Now the horizontal wala part is called as rows, and your vertical wala part is called as columns. Okay, in Kramer's you will be doing certain sums, which is quite easy. So how do we solve the question, students? How to find the determinant? Let's see. So first you have to multiply diagonally, which is first wala number, which is on the top side, with the last wala number, which is on the right hand side ka below wala number. That is 3 into 6 in this case. So 3 6 are 18, 18 minus diagonally, again diagonally. So diagonally 9 4s are, you will write. Let us solve this. 3 6 are 18, 18 minus 9 4 are 36. So answer is minus 18. Now many of the students, what they do is they will write 36 minus 18. So they multiply this 9 4s are 36 first, minus 3 6 are 18 in the second part. Don't do this. Okay? Always start with this wala diagonal. Okay? First this diagonal and then this diagonal. Okay? Sure. So this question is many a times asked in many papers. That's why we have taken this question. In this, there's an integer. So let's start. So diagonally we'll be multiplying 7 by 3 into 1 by 2 in one bracket, minus 5 by 3 into 3 by 2 in second bracket. Let's solve this. 7 ones are 7, numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. 3 2s are 6, minus 5 3s are 15 upon 3 2s are 6, 7 minus 15. Now if you observe, the denominator are same, that's why I can subtract the numerator. If denominator would have not been same, then we would have to cross multiply, students. Okay, but in this case it's simple. So 7 minus 15 is 7 minus 15 is minus 8, upon 6, 2 ones, 3, 2 threes are and 2 fours are. So minus 4 by 3 is your final answer. So this question is many a times asked in the format of MCQ also. So you can do the calculation wala part in rough work. What I have observed, many students in MCQs also, they are doing the calculation. They are showing the calculation. It's not required, students. Fine. So next, Kramer's rule ka next question which can be asked for 3 marks. This is the favorite question of many students because it's a very easy question. So let's start equation number 1 and equation number 2. We can name it. Then D is equals to two vertical lines you have to draw and just write the coefficients. So first we will be writing first equation ka x ka coefficient which is 3, and in the below part x ka coefficient, and then next we will be writing y ka coefficient with their sign. That's the most important. You have to get the sign. You have to write the sign also. So we will be writing minus 4. Many students, they don't write minus sign, and that's why the calculation goes wrong. Fine. So let's start. We'll be multiplying diagonally. So 3 threes are, we'll write in one bracket minus second diagonal, which is 4 into minus 4. 3 threes are 9 minus 4 into 4 is minus 16. We'll be writing in the bracket. Whenever you have minus sign, students, make sure you are taking the help of brackets. Brackets will always save your marks. Now minus into minus is plus, so 9 plus 16 is nothing but 25. So D the value is 25. Next I want dx. So dx, while teaching you, we have taught you delete x. It's not the actual meaning delete x, but for our understanding we can say it as delete x. That means x ka part we have to delete, and you have to write the number present on the right hand side of equal to sign, which is 10 and 5. And then same process, diagonally multiply. 10 threes are 30 minus 5 into minus 4 in next bracket. So 30 minus, again see, if you observe here we have minus sign, so minus 4 into 5 is minus 20. Again minus into minus is plus, so 30 plus 20 you will get 50. So dx is 50. Next we want dy. So dy ke liye indeterminate part we have to delete y wala part. Okay, let's delete y wala part and write the number which is present on the right hand side of equal to sign, which is 10 and 5. And same process, diagonally multiply. 3 into 5 is 15 minus another diagonal which is 4 into 10. 3 5s are 15 minus 10 4s are 40. 15 minus 40 is minus 25. Give the sign of greater number. Many students, they will write plus 25 and they will get wrong. Don't do this. Okay. Now, by Kramer's rule, x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. Let us substitute the value and get the answer. Very simple, students. Dx in this case is 50 and d is 25. 25 ones are, 25 twos are. So x is equal to 2 and dy is minus 25 and d is 25. So if you do the calculation, you'll get minus 1. So how do we write the final answer? Therefore, solution of the given simultaneous equation is 2 comma minus 1, students. And write it in a beautiful box and get out of marks. I hope this is quite clear to everyone. Anybody has any sort of doubt, feel free to ask. All right, let's move ahead then. Now, students, now this is something which is conceptually very important. It can be this concept can be helpful in your MCQ questions. Now, when we have an equation wherein x plus y is equals to minus 3, let's take an example, and x minus y is equals to 1. If you are getting some answer of x and y, if you are getting some answer of x and y, then we are saying that it's a unique solution or intersecting line. So basically, if you solve this equation, you will get only one answer. It is minus 2 and minus 1. No other solution you are going to get. Okay? And the two lines that you will be drawing on the graph, they will always intersect. Okay, so in linear equations, if we are solving two equations simultaneously and if their graphs are also intersecting, then we can say that it has a unique solution. Okay. Next, if let's say we are taking another sort of a set of two equations, 2x minus y is equals to 1 and 2x minus y is equals to 4. Now, if you observe, in this left hand side wala part is same, whereas right hand side wala part is different. Let's solve this, students. Let's solve this. Let's solve this by subtracting equation 1 and 2 and let us see what is happening. So if you subtract, this will become minus 2x will become minus 2x and minus y will become plus y. So 2x minus 2x will get cancelled, minus y plus y will get cancelled. So students, what we are observing over here is x and y, both the variables are get cancelled. Both the variables are cancelled. That means what, students? We are not getting any answer. We are not getting a solution. Now, whenever such situation happens, we can say it's a parallel line. You can take this equation, students, for your homework if you want, and solve it with the graphical method. You will get two parallel lines. They will never intersect each other. Never. Okay? So this is another possibility. Third possibility in linear equation is, let us say if I have taken equation x minus y is equals to 2 and 2x minus 2y is equals to 4. Now basically, students, these two equations are same only. If I multiply this first equation with 2, what I will get? 2x minus 2y is equals to 4. Means on the left hand side also the numbers and coefficients are same, and on the right hand side also the numbers are same. Okay. Or let us say if I divide second equation by 2, what I will get? X minus y is equals to 2. So basically these two equations may look different, but they are same equation, exactly the same equation. So what is happening, students? Let us see. In this case, I can say that I have infinite solution, because when we plot the graph of this equation, both the lines will overlap each other. And whenever both the lines are overlapping each other, we can say that we have infinite solution. Okay. Now, let us say, students, by Kramer's rule, we are solving these two equations. First case, if you are solving, you will get d is not equal to 0. You either will get positive answer or negative answer, but you will not get d is equal to 0. It is for sure. If d is not equal to 0 means we are getting unique solution. Fine. If d is not equal to 0 means it is unique solution. If you solve this equation by Kramer's rule, students, you will get d is equal to 0, but dx will not be equal to 0. You can check this. Dx will not be equal to 0. Okay. So in such case, we can say it has got no solution. Third possibility, if you solve this equation by Kramer's rule, you will get d is equal to 0. You'll also get dx is equal to 0. If both the things are 0, we can say we have infinite solution, students. So this base is very important for our MCQ questions, because we will be seeing one question wherein they have asked an MCQ question based on this concept only. So with me one more time, students. If d is not equal to 0, we will get unique solution. If d is equal to 0 and dx is not equal to 0, no solution. If d is equal to 0, dx also is equal to 0, infinite solution. Fine. This is the most important concept in depth, I would say. I want you all to write this in your notebook. Now, this we have also covered in our RoboMate module number 66, the last module of your linear equations. Do watch it before going to your exams. Fine. So please copy this, and if you have any sort of doubt or query, feel free to ask. All right. So let's move ahead and take another question. Very interesting question, students. Choose correct alternative for each of the following questions. The question says ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 and mx plus ny is equals to d and an is not equals to bn. Then these simultaneous equations have this. It's an MCQ question. So basically, we have to check which is the best option. Now, only two solution, it's a fake option by the way, because this is not possible only. The possibility can be either three of this, right? So let us check now. So basically, this is the rough work we are doing. In exam, you don't have to show this. Okay. Now, if this is the equation, and let's do the determinant part. So we'll write first x ka coefficient on left hand side and y ka coefficient on right hand side. Let's multiply this. an a into n, which is an, minus b into n, which is bn. Now students, an is not equals to bm is given to us. An is not equals to bm, which means what? If we subtract this, we are definitely not going to get b ka value as 0. That means if b is not equal to 0 means what, students? We have unique solution, because just now we studied, right? If let us say this would have been 0, then we have to check further whether dx is equal to 0 or not. But if d is 0, then it's straightforward that it has a unique solution or only one common solution. So this is the answer. Okay. Now let's move ahead with the word problem. So the last question for the day, students. Now we have already taught you this. Let's just brush up this. How to convert an English statement into a mathematical statement. If you know this, your word problem ka half of the problem is solved. If you don't know this, trust me guys, you won't be able to solve word problem. You have to by heart this. There's no option. Okay, let's start. If you find a word like is, was, were, will be, becomes, its mathematical conversion is equals to more than, greater than, exceeds. Now more than को अगर मैं हिंदी में बोलूं, so what does it means? उससे ज्यादा, उससे ज्यादा, किससे ज्यादा I don't know. तो उससे के लिए I leave some space and after that plus sign. So after leaving some space, plus sign. Less than, smaller than, precedes. Less than, if I say in Hindi, it's उससे कम. किससे कम? I don't know. तो उससे के लिए थोड़ा space छोड़ेंगे and then minus sign. So after leaving some space, minus sign. Sum of two numbers. Sum means what? Plus. And if I have assumed the two numbers as x and y, I can say x plus y. Difference. Difference means minus. That is x minus y. Times, twice, thrice, product means multiplication. Now whenever it is twice, students, twice means 2 into something. Twice means 2 into something. Okay, and thrice means 3 into something. Now there is nothing called as fries. Fries मैकडी में मिलता है. ओके, यहाँ पे मैथमेटिक्स में नहीं होता है, अलजेब्रा में नहीं होता है. फ्राइज, सिक्स फ्राइज ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. ओनली ट्वाइस एंड थ्राइस. ओके, सो ये आपका हो गया how to convert a mathematical English statement into mathematical statement. Fine. Once this is clear to everyone, once you are quite confident, you have just by hearted this, then only we'll move ahead to word problem. Let's take the most crucial sum of your word problem, that is the solved example, and this is present in your RoboMate in module number 54. Many students ask me this question in board exams also, one day prior to board exams. So please pay attention. It's a little bit lengthy question. Question may be asked in your board exam for 4 marks. So let's start. Let's read the question first, friends. What is the question asking us? A 3-digit number is equal to 17 times the sum of its digit. If the digits are reversed, the number is 198 more than the older number. Also, the sum of the extreme digits is less than the middle digit by unity. Find the original number. Now, students, it may happen that this question may go full bouncer, right? कुछ समझ में नहीं आया होगा क्या बोल रहे हैं लोग. कोई बात नहीं. Even if you don't understand the question, at least there are few steps you have to follow while solving the word problem. I'm going to make your job easy, students. Word problem you will love to solve. See, step number 1, always read the question. नहीं समझा कोई बात नहीं. Step number 2, to find वाला part अच्छे से पढ़ो. What they are asking us? Find the original number. Now, what is original number? It's a 3-digit number, students. That means they are asking us to find the 3-digit number. So question में क्या find कर रहा है, at least वो तो समझ में आ गया. Fine. Now, the 3-digit number are like this: 345, 984, 680, 352. These are the example of a 3-digit number. Now, okay. Now let us understand the logic. Now, how a 3-digit number is formed? A digit at the unit place. Okay, then there is a digit at tens place. Then there is a digit at the hundred place. Okay. So in 3-digit, what happens is the digit at the hundred place it is multiplied with 100 plus digit at the tens place will be multiplied with the 10 plus the digit at the unit place will be multiplied with 1. So in this case, it is 100 into 3 plus 10 into 4 plus 1 into 5. Fine, this is the logic. Now, like 100 into 3 is 300 plus 40 plus 5, if you do, you will get 345. Now, students, in this, the most important or the most crucial thing is they are asking us 3-digit, and this chapter is of linear equations in 2 variables. So the question is how to assume 2 variables when they are asking us about 3 digits. That's the most important thing. So how to assume x and y? Which digit we should assume? Either we should assume unit as x, tens as x, or 100 as x. Which one? And which one is y? Fine. So for this, they have given us some hint in the question itself. Let us read the question. If you read this line, the sum of the extreme digits is less than the middle digit by unity. Okay. Now, what do you mean by extreme digits? Extreme digit means the digit at the hundreds place and the units place, which are present at the extreme places. 100 digit and 100 digit all and unit place digit. Fine. So what they have given us the digit, the sum of the extreme digits. So I will assume the extreme digits only. Middle digit we will get. Let us see how. So I will say let the digit at the 100 place be x and the digit at the unit place be y. Fine. Now let us convert this English statement into mathematical statement. The sum of extreme digits. Sum means what? Plus. Which are the extreme digits? X and y. That means x plus y. Yes or no, students? Is means is equals to less than means what? उससे कम किससे कम पता नहीं तो ब्लैंक स्पेस छोड़ देंगे. कितना कम है? is less than the middle digit. Whatever comes after then you have to write it in the blank space. This is the middle digit. By unity. Unity means 1. I hope this is clear to everyone. Fine. Now, what we will be doing, we will be doing the shifting part. Let's shift and get the middle digit. So, if I shift -1 from right to left, it will get plus, right? So, x plus y plus 1. So, middle digit is nothing but x plus y plus 1. I hope this is clear to everyone. Anybody has any sort of doubt, please ask. I'll do one thing. I'll explain this part once more. This is the most crucial part, students. So how do we find out whether we have to assume x or y, which digit? It's given in this line. The sum of the extreme digits. They have mentioned about extreme digits means I have to assume extreme digits. So I have assumed the extreme digit, that is x, 100 as x, and unit place for y. Okay? And then converting into mathematical statement. The sum of the extreme means x plus y is means is equals to less than means after leaving some space minus sign the middle digit. Middle digit is what? I don't know. So I'll write middle digit as it is by unity. Unity means 1. Middle digit find करना है, then do the shifting part. -1 को right से left पे shift करो, it will become +1. So middle digit is nothing but x plus y plus 1. Fine. 100x बन गया, unit y बन गया. और मिडिल डिजिट x प्लस y प्लस 1 बन गया. Now so far clear to everyone students. Let's move ahead. So how is the original 3-digit number? Let us see. Now 100 पे मेरा x है ना, 100 प्लेस पे x है तो 100 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा, right? As per this logic, 3 into 100 ना. So whatever number is present at the 100 place will multiply with 100 plus middle digit, which is the tens place. Tens place पे क्या है मेरा ये वाला x plus y plus 1, उसको 10 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे प्लस यूनिट डिजिट तो 1 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा. ठीक है. Now let us further simplify this. So 100 into x is nothing but 100x plus you can open the brackets. 10 into x is 10x plus 10 into y is 10y plus 10 into 1 is 10 plus 1 into y is y. Now add x with x, y with y and keep number as it is. Constant wala part as it is. Okay, so 100x plus 10x is 110x. 10y plus y is 11y and plus 10 as it is. Now this is my original number, the 3-digit number. Okay, 3-digit number in terms of x and y. अभी तक आंसर नहीं आया है. Now let us see the first condition. What they have given us. A 3-digit number is 3-digit number ये है मेरा. This is my 3-digit number. So instead of that I'll write this is equal to straightforward बोल दिया. We'll copy equal to 17 times. Times students, times means what? Multiply. And it means 17 multiply हो रहा है. किसके साथ? The sum of its digit. Sum of its digit means what? Means 100 वाला, tens वाला और unit वाला, उनका sum, उनका plus. तो सबको plus करो. So 100 पे x है plus unit पे y है plus tens पे x plus y plus 1 है. तो सभी digits का plus किया. Let's solve this further. Left hand side keep as it is. Right hand side में solve the bracket first. X plus x is 2x, y plus y is 2y plus 1. Again solve this further students. 17 into 2x is 34x plus 17 into 2y is 34y plus 17 into 1 is 17. Now do the shifting part. Add or subtract x with x, y with y and number on the right hand side. This is how the usual form looks like. Fine. So सारे x और y को आपने लेफ्ट में ले लिया एंड नंबर्स को राइट में ले लिया. So 110x minus 34x is 76x, 11y minus 34y is minus 23y and this is 7. Fine. Now this is my equation number 1. Now if the digits are reversed, they are also asking us. So original digit तो पता है, original number पता है in terms of x and y. So reverse वाला भी पता होना चाहिए in terms of x and y. So let us do this. Now when I say reverse means what students? Middle digit will be as it is. In case of 3 digits, only the extreme digits will get reversed. तो 100 वाला digit unit पे आएगा और unit वाला digit 100 पे जाएगा. Middle वाला digit as it is रहेगा. ठीक है? So 345 for example, 345 will become 543. ठीक है? Middle वाला digit as it is है. Now let us see. So basically this was our original number in terms of x and y. है ना? 100 पे x था और यूनिट पे y था तो उसको रिवर्स करना है. तो 100 आपका जो x था वो यूनिट पे जाएगा और यूनिट वाला 100 पे आ जाएगा. तो it will be like this. Now तो number obtained by reversing the digits. तो क्या बन रहा है? 100 वाले पे y है ना, you would have multiply this with 100. So 100 into y plus middle वाला तो 10 से multiply होगा because it's a 10 digits. So 10 into x plus y plus 1 और यूनिट वाला 1 से multiply होगा. Fine, reversing वाला यही होगा. Let's do the further calculation. 100 into x is 100 into y is 100y. So bracket को simplify करो. 10 into x is 10x plus 10 into y is 10y plus 10 into 1 is 10 plus 1 into x is x. x को x के साथ, y को y के साथ add कर लो. So 100y plus 10y is 110y. 10x plus 1x is 11x plus 10. So this is my reversed digit number. Reversed number. ठीक है? Now let us see the second condition. Then the new number is new number. New number means reversed वाला number. Reverse वाला number क्या है मेरा? 110y plus 11x plus 10. So let's copy this instead of new number. Is means is equals to 198 more than. More than means after leaving some space plus sign. कितना ज्यादा है? 198. ठीक है, तो plus 198. Blank space में क्या आएगा? Whatever is written after then. After then क्या लिखा है? The old number. What is old number, students? It is the original number. What was the original number, students? लिखा हुआ है हमने. It is 110x plus 11y plus 10. Again do the shifting part. x को x के साथ ऐड सबट्रैक्ट करो, y को y के साथ ऐड सबट्रैक्ट करो. लेफ्ट में, राइट में only keep the constant वाला part and get the equation. Fine. So let's do this. We'll do the shifting. So it's 11x minus 110x, which is 99x. 110y minus 11y, which is plus 99y, is equals to plus 10 minus 10 cut, so you'll get 198. 99 के टेबल में 198 आता है. It is 2s, है ना? So 99 dividing throughout by minus 99 I can do, so that x का कोएफिशिएंट भी पॉजिटिव बन जाएगा. So you'll get minus 99x upon minus 99 is nothing but x, plus 99y upon minus 99 is minus y, and 198 upon minus 99 is minus 2. तो ये मेरा इक्वेशन नंबर 2 बन गया. Now you have your two equations. Solve it by equating the coefficient method and get x and y का value and substitute in original number. ठीक है? So rest of the part you have to do it on your own. If you are not able to get it in the solution, if you are not able to get the solution, please ask me in tomorrow's lecture, because we have already completed today's time. Okay, so thank you very much, students. See you tomorrow for further part.